I'm talking about. Let's transition. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts at the moment. Because you can look now, Jalen Hurts has played 21 consecutive games, and he's played bad. Baker's played 21 consecutive games, and he's played good. Jaden, let's talk about the inverse of Jalen Hurts. Because in 21 games that Baker Mayfield's played, it hasn't been good enough. But now 21 games Jalen Hurts has played, and he leads the league in turnovers over those 21 games. Oh, Jalen Hurts, is he broken? Where do you stand on Jalen Hurts?
I love Jalen, right? He had some bad games. I mean, this game was a tough one for him, but what quarterback wins without their key players, especially on offense? We love to talk about the Brock Purdy's. We love to talk about Jalen Hurts, all these surrounding pieces around it. How good are they really? Well, I don't know. Because when their players not with them, most quarterbacks don't win if they don't have their role players with them. So he didn't have them guys. He had a bad game.
But look at what Brock Purdy's done this year without their role guys. Like, all three role, right? What? They don't Debo? Or Debo
they played last game.
He still got players out there. Kittle missed one game. Kittle was out there. Ayuk is out there. Last time I checked them, all pros. I'm just saying. I think Purdy has played better this year with less. No, he's played better. Yeah, not with less. Yeah. I think to Shady's point, I'm not even talking about the wins or the losses. I'm talking about how it looked. Obviously, Brock Purdy last game lost. Not yesterday, but last game he lost. Kittle was not out there. Debo was not out there. McCaffrey was not out there. Ayuk was out there, but y'all last game? Not against the Patriots, but against the Rams.
The one they lost.
Correct. The game they lost? Yes, sir. I'm perfect with that. They did lose that football game. Yeah. Brock Purdy had, I believe it was 3 touchdown passes, 298 passing yards, not including his rushing yards. Jawan Jennings, he went out there, and all of a sudden we're like, yo, Jawan Jennings is a dude like that? Yes, they lost. I don't care about the fact that the Eagles lost as much as
What up, everybody? Oh, let me mic check myself. Let me mic check myself. Make sure everything is working correctly. Check. There you go. All right. Mic check. We good to go. Tampa Bay Rays fan 2008. Happy Victory Monday. I don't usually do this anymore, right? The little Victory Mondays. But I forgot that I didn't do my post game video after the game yesterday. And I kind of just said, forget it. Because I pretty much already said what I needed to say pre-game and at halftime. And it was what it was. Yeah, we live, Tony in the building. We live. And I had to go live today because I was laying down. I was getting ready to go to bed. I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I was just laying down because, I go to work early. I know y'all probably like, what time? Going to bed? Yeah, I go to work real early in the morning. So I'm laying down and I'm pretty much scrolling on YouTube, just looking at different, I like to look at Saint fans crying, and I like to look at, Eagle fans crying and stuff like that, and people talking about the Bucs if I could find anybody. And Bucko's locker um, pops up on my feed. So I go in there. I haven't been in there in a long time. I go in there. And it was interesting. It was interesting. I got in there and it was in the middle of him saying that we're pretty much, or the Falcons are pretty much as good as us. We're on the same level as the Falcons. Um, and I decided to comment in the comment section. Didn't comment anything crazy. I just commented something like, "We're better than the Falcons." I'm just like, no, we're the Falcons are not what the Bucs are. We're better than the Falcons. And Bucko decides to go on a rant. I guess I don't know. I wish King Cook was in here. I know King Cook comes in here every once in a while. I really wish King Cook would come in here because I would like to ask him if he's normally that spicy. You know, is Bucko's normal now? Now I have my past with Bucko's. I've had my rendezvous with Bucko's before, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is, what he don't like about me, but he has a problem with me. And the last time, I think it was the last time. I'm not last time or the second to last time. I'm not 1,000% sure. Yes, during his stream. When was the Buckos? No, today, like 10 minutes ago. Like 10 minutes ago. So the last time I had my run in with Buckos, right? I had to trick him to get on his live stream. You know how he does. He lets people come on or whatever. I tried to get on. I said, "Hey, let me get the link." Da, da, da. He didn't want to give me the link. He kept ignoring me. He kept ignoring me. Let me give you a link. Let me get the link. He kept ignoring me and ignoring me. So finally, I had to make a fake account and act like I was this new subscriber. Like, oh man, you're one of the best. I just, I had to, sauce it up a little bit and enough for him to give me the link. So he finally, this was before, this was before the whole Tom Brady stuff. This was like way before that. We still had, this was like in the Jameis Winston days. Might have been like the Dirk Cutter days. It was like way back then. So I had to juice him up or whatever. He gives me the link. I get in the link. I get in the stream. With my camera on because I ain't, trying to. I want him to know who it is. So as soon as he sees who it is, he says, "I don't want no. I don't want no drama. I don't want." Basically telling me to like be calm and collective and like not go crazy or start something. And I'm like, why would he think that I'm trying to start something? And that always got me like, why does he think I'm trying to start something? Like, when have I ever when have you guys ever, whether it's Pewter and Red podcast or the Real Talk Perez channel I had back in the day, well, just still there. Um, when have I ever talked crap to another Bucks fan or like started drama with another Bucks fan? Never. So that always made me like, why does he think I'm coming over here to talk trash or something? And what I think is, and I don't know, but what I think is maybe he was like talking at the side of his neck or something like that, and then maybe thought I knew about it or something. I don't know. Anyways, long story short, I always watched him back in those days. I always watched him because my whole thing, the whole reason why I created the Real Talk Perez channel was because there was too many negative Buck fans, right? So I and I'm not even talking about YouTube. There really wasn't no Buck fans on YouTube. It was just pretty much me, me, Cameron Dawson, and what's his name? I have him in my phone actually. I think his name is DJ. I have him in my phone. If I looked it up, I think I still have his number. And King something. Oh, and Texas Buck. It was only a few of us, right? Um, but that's not why I made the. I came before most of those guys, except for like two of them. Um, but I made my channel because of Buck fans that were on the radio. I used to hear them on the radio station, on the Tampa radio station, always bashing the Bucks, always, always. And I used to listen to when the Bucks back in the days when they had that little radio, call in on Wednesdays and talks to the players. I used to hear them on that too. And I was like, man, they're always bashing the players. So that's why I decided to make my YouTube video, Real Talk Perez. Um, so I always wondered, why does he think I'm coming to talk trash? And then when I found out who he was and I started listening to him, because I would listen to anybody talking Bucks, he was negative, right? There was a lot of negativity in on his channel or whatever. But that's whatever. You want to be negative or think negative and not think positive, that's on you on how to be a fan. You know what I'm saying? No one can tell you how to be a fan towards your team. So that's on him. But the problem that I was having with his channel and the people that was on his channel was that they would say things that weren't true. And that's the problem I've always had with that channel. It's not the fact of that if you think we're bad, that's fine. If you think our coach is bad, if you think the quarterback's bad, if you think this guy's a bust, all that, whatever you want to think about the team, that's completely up to you. That's up to your opinion. I don't care. That's all you. But if I hear you say something that's not an opinion, it's, oh, this means this or this is because of that, and it's false, I'm going to come to you and say, hey, that's false. That's not true. You might think he sucks, but you saying he sucks because of this, then you're misinformed. That's not true. So that was the whole reason of why I even went to his channel and tried to go on his live stream. Wasn't to start no drama or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe he thought I was going to bring the drama. Maybe he knew that I was going to come correct some stuff. I don't know. But again, when I tricked him and he gave me the link and I popped in and he saw the video, he saw the camera, and I was like, "Oh crap! It's Real Talk Perez." He didn't say that, but you could see it in his eyes. First thing he said was, "Don't come in here starting no drama. Don't talk crazy. Blah 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 blah." And I came in here. He opened it, let me in, and I was like, I don't know what you. I was like, well, I don't know why you would think I'm trying to start drama. I'm just here to talk football, which is all I always do. Unless you bring the stupidity, I'll bring the stupidity. But I'm always here just to talk football, plain and simple. Especially if it's Buccaneers talk. So that goes on, and of course, I'm breaking things down and telling people, well, you're wrong about it. Was the Dirk Cutter error because I was breaking things down about Dirk Cutter and other things, but I was like, yeah, you're wrong about this. No, that's not true. That's false. Blah blah blah. And I was just breaking things down and basically shutting down the room like I always shut down the room or whatever. But I say all that to say I never really had a problem, but he's always had like this. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's always had this like thing against me or just hating on me, I guess. I don't know. So, anyways, I see his live today, right? And it's been years. And I'm like, okay, cool. Boom. I go on his live just to see what he's talking about. Like, wanted to hear some good Bucks talk and whatever. And I'm assuming that, he's in a good mood about the Bucks and everything because this is a good team. This is a good year. This is a good team. And he didn't, to give him props, he wasn't saying anything negative. I came in late, you know. I came in late. And when I came in, he wasn't saying anything negative, but he was saying that the Bucks and the Falcons are pretty much they're both good. They're both the same level. They're on the same playing field. And I was like, no, they're not. I'm like, no, the Falcons are not on the same level as playing field as the Bucks. The Saints are not on the same playing field as we're on a different level than those guys are. It just is what it is. So he saw, and I was on my Real Talk Perez account because I have the Real Talk Perez account that I still use when I go on YouTube and do things on YouTube. Then I have the Pewter and Red podcast account that I go on when I'm looking at. I have a lot of like real podcasts saved on that one, on that account. So I go on Pewter and Red podcast account sometimes when I'm researching several things, and then I got other accounts that I go on when I'm looking at like video game stuff and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm on my Real Talk Perez account. So he sees Real Talk Perez comment. I'm assuming. I'm not going to say he sees it. I don't know. Again, I wish King Cook was here to maybe elaborate or help me out. I don't know. But I feel like he saw Real Talk Perez and he stopped talking. And it was just quiet. And I was just like, and it was just quiet, 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 quiet. And I'm like, oh, I think he saw me in the chat. I think he saw me in the chat. And then he starts going off on, I'm not like all these other fans that want to come on here and act like that their team is the best and are biased and the Bucs can't do nothing wrong and the Buck thinks the Bucs are going to go 17-0 every year. And I'm like, is he talking about me? So I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ignoring it. I was like, I'm not trying to. I'm just, like I said, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm not trying to get into no whatever. So I just stay quiet, and he's like quiet after he says that. He's just quiet, and I'm just like, he wants me to respond. I think I don't know, but whatever. So I just leave it alone, whatever. And then King Cook or somebody said something, and I replied to them on the comment section, like, no, the Bucs. Trust me, the Bucs are better, whatever, whatever. And he's like, a lot of these guys never played football and don't know, not even athletic, and they always think that they know everything they say is right, but it's just your opinion. You don't know if you're right. You don't know if he's just going off, and I'm just like, okay. Now every time I say something, it takes him a while, and then also I'm like, okay, he's talking about how the Falcons are the same as the Bucs, and I'm like, that's not true. And I'm not even on no hater, no nothing. I'm just thinking to myself, like, that's not really true. Like, I don't want Buck fans to think that we're the same as the Falcons because we're not. I like Buck fans deserve to understand, like, this is a good team, bro. Like, we can be a Super Bowl contender with this team right here. Like, there's if what, like, put it like this, right? Obviously, if it wasn't Brady, obviously because it's Brady, everybody jumps on the Super Bowl bandwagon. Everyone believes that we can go to the Super Bowl. But let's say it wasn't Brady. Would you want to spend your whole season doubting your Bucks, or would you want to know early on, like, yeah, we're a good team, so you can be proud of your Bucks as the season goes on and keep your head up and talk that ish while the season goes on? Or would you like to believe that your team's not good, put your head down when other teams talk to you and talk trash to you, and you just want to sit there and be humble and act like you don't know if your team is good or not? Nah, like, I I would like to know if my team is good. So I'm thinking in my mind, okay, you know what? I'm already thinking in my mind, I'm not gonna be confrontational. I'm gonna try to get in there and like just try to like softly break it down because I don't know if it's the way I talk. I don't know if it's because I'm from LA. I don't know if it's the accent. I don't know. I don't know what it is, bro. But when I talk football, people get offended by me, and I don't know. I don't know if it's because they feel like, oh, this guy thinks he knows it all. I don't know, and I'm more than sure I come off like that. I try my hardest not to, but when I hear things that I'm like, I know that's wrong, I have to stop you. It's really hard for me to listen to something and ignore something that's wrong and just act like you didn't say it and continue talking. So in my mind, I know that I'm like that. So I'm like, okay, just try to, if you get in there, try to like explain, not like, it's like try to like softly explain why we're better, and don't go too hard on it. Don't be like, oh, we're the best at this, because I do that sometimes. Oh, we're the best at this and we're number one at this, da, 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 da. And I'm like, try to make it easy for them to swallow what I'm saying, right? As far as why we're a notch better than why we're on a different level than the Falcons and the Saints. So I comment, hey Buckos, are you going to open up the link? Are you going to open up the link so we could talk? Yeah, I don't, there's no beef, bro. Like I don't know, bro. I just, bro, Shine. You know how you can feel that tension, right? I have no idea why that tension is there, bro. It's like, what's going? What did I do? I I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I asked him, "Yo, are you gonna open?" I was like, "Hey, Buckos, can you open? Are you gonna open up the link?" I asked him, "Are you gonna open up the link or whatever?" Again, quiet. He's quiet. And I was like, "Okay." He don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. And 10 minutes later, he's like, if y'all want me to open up the link, y'all got to hit the Cash App, and there's only been 5 super chats, blah blah blah. I'm like, what the heck? So he's like asking for super chats so he can open up the link. I'm like, oh man, he turned into one of those channels. I hate when people do that. Like that, whatever, man. That's shout out to Cop Pizzle, but he said it the best. That's some people out here pimping their team out. Like you're using the team to get money. You're pimping out the team. Like, well, what are you doing? Like, what do you people want to talk football? You want to charge? You say, oh, hit me on the super chat so we can, and the Panther fans started that stuff, bro. I hate that. But anyways, whatever. That's what he was doing, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna respond to it because I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not sending you a super chat or nothing like that. I'm just like, whatever. So I'm just reading the comment section, and I'm just waiting for people to talk football about the Bucs or the Falcons, and he just keeps going on. Some of these fans think they know what they're talking about, and they swear they're like football god and this and this and that. And I'm just like, he can't. And I'm thinking to myself, he can't be talking about me. Like it's been years. Like it's been years. There's no way he's talking about me. Like it's been years. I haven't like interact with this guy. There's no way he still has a grudge against me for some reason. Why I wouldn't know, but it couldn't be me. So I'm just like quiet. I'm not responding to him. I'm just reading the chat. I'm reading the chat to see if there's somebody that's talking back to him and seeing if they're, if he's like responding to them, and I'm just like, I don't know. So I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for other people to talk football, see if they're saying, oh, well, I'm scared about the Falcons about this, or the Bucs need to be better at this. Someone said I like how Chris Braswell looked. I think he should have more snaps. He's looking better and better. It was King Cook that said that, and I said, yeah, man. The more he gets comfortable with the offense, with the defense, the more he gets comfortable with the defense, the more he's gonna play faster. And he was like, facts. And we're just talking Buccaneers football, and then he starts again. Some of these people just and I'm just like, yo, he's talking to, like he's really talking to me, bro. Like this is going, what's going on? I didn't say nothing to him, but he's like asking people to send super chats or whatever, and I put in the comment section the Bucs, like someone put we're 16th in like passing and 22 and like rushing or something like that on defense. I believe they were talking about defense. And I was like, and I how I do, I commented, hey, those stats, don't worry about them, they don't mean anything. And he's quiet. Like every time I talk, he's quiet. And then he just starts laughing. Like he's laughing because I'm the guy in there. I guess I'm literally the only guy in there that's positive. Everybody else is like saying that we need to work on this and that we're not good at this and And I'm like, I'm not really like going at everybody. I'm just like little things. I'm just trying to like, hey, trying to calm people down. Like, hey, don't worry about that stat. That doesn't mean anything. Hey, and then they were like, oh, well, stats don't lie. And I was like, yeah, but stats don't really tell the whole story either. And while I'm like explaining these things, he's like laughing, and like I'm like, okay, yeah, he's like at me, and I have no idea why, bro. I was like, man, and I really wanted to talk some Buck football. Like, not even Buck football, to be honest. I really wanted to talk Buccaneers Falcons football, to be honest with you. I really wanted to talk to a lot of those guys that were like worried about why the Falcons might beat us and this and this and that. And I wanted to like say like, hey, don't worry about this. This is why I think we're better. This is why we're better than the Falcons. This is why we don't have to worry. This is why we do have to worry. All that stuff. I was gonna like break it down. And so I guess after people weren't sending him super chats, he decided to end the stream. But before he ends the stream, he's like talking crap to somebody again. I'm not gonna say it's me. He's talking crap to somebody again, talking about, well, I'm gonna be at the game, and unlike some of these fans, I try to be as close as I can to the team, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, who is he talking? I'm assuming he's talking to me, but I'm trying my hardest to be like, don't be one of those guys that think everything's about you, RTP. Like, everything's not about you. So I keep reading the chat, just wondering if he's talking about somebody. I couldn't figure it out. I was kind of like, you know what? I'm going to go live and hope that King Cook jumps on and is able to, is a matter of fact, let me do this and put this let me hide this in case anybody wants to jump on and ask questions or talk about anything. And I won't charge you guys any super chats or anything like that. You guys can hit the link to jump in here. Talk some Bucks, Falcons, or Buccaneers, whatever you want to talk. But I was just like, man, that's so weird. And I was like, you know what? He low key made me want to go live. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live. And then I went live, and I wasn't gonna talk about it, but then I was like, I gotta talk about it. That's the reason why I went live. Like, you're gonna charge people to have people come. So I wanted to let y'all, because I know you guys know. See, shout out to Bucko's Locker. Y'all gotta, you guys listen. You guys as subscribers, right? You guys as subscribers, you guys gotta say something, man. You guys can't. You gotta stop letting these YouTubers just like come on here and do things for money. Like either you love the team or you don't, bro. Like you not in there getting interviews or bringing anything to the table that you can't get anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to be like, oh, I'm charging for my content. Like, come on, man. Like, and then, oh, that's what I said. He said everybody makes game predictions. Like, everybody's wrong and everybody makes game predictions. You don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah. And I commented, predictions should be based, because he said predictions are based on everybody's opinions and what they think is going to happen. And I said predictions should be based on watching film and game tape. And that's all I put. I didn't want to go too much into details, but that's all I put. And then I sent it, and he started laughing more and like, you know, hysterically or whatever. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, this is, he's probably mad that I'm on this stream again. I don't know, man. It's weird. It was 2018. You and Bucko's Locker, you made a video of Bucko's Locker trashing his team based on a stat and what the media says. He says that 30 yards rushing game stinks. I don't remember. It's a lot of ego going on. We got to do better as fans. And that's what I'm saying, Tony. Like, listen, man, you guys, there the guys that create content is literally nothing without you guys. It's literally nothing without you guys. There is some, you guys know who I'm talking about. Mr. Team Money 1993. The homie Mr. Team Money 1993. He's a Panthers fan. You guys know who he is. He's always on here talking ish. He's always on here trying to catch me in a lie. He's always on here trying to catch me in a corner, or, you know, catch me contradicting myself. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Content creators need more people like that. Real talk. They need more people like that. As you guys being the subscribers, you guys need to hold these content creators accountable, bro. We are nothing without you guys watching. We are nothing without you guys hitting the follow button. We are nothing without you guys hitting the subscribe button, without hitting the like button. Our channel doesn't do anything without you guys. You guys hold the power. When people sit there and act, oh, super chat so we can have a locker room chat and we can all talk together. Forget that. Go somewhere else, bro. Like, I got to pay money so we could all talk football. Like, what are we doing this for? You know, what are we doing this for? So I agree. You guys gotta do, we all gotta do better, right? Hold each other accountable. When you catch somebody in a lie, and this is the one thing that I don't like about YouTube, right? And I hope to God that you guys are not like this. And I've said many times to you guys that are on my channel, I've said it many times. I love it when you disagree with me. I don't want an echo chamber. I don't want, yeah, you know, Baker's doing good. Yeah, he's doing good. And then I'll turn around and be like, Baker's doing bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baker sucks. Yeah, yeah. I don't want you guys to just agree with me. I want your real opinions. I don't care if we agree or disagree. I don't care if you're like RTP. I'm never gonna agree with you. That's good. That's what I want. I don't want an echo chamber on this channel. I want everyone to have their own opinions. I want everybody to do their own research. Everybody to have their own opinions and bring it up. I don't care if I'm like, oh, I'm going on a rant and you come on here and you're like, actually RTP, you were wrong about this and you were wrong about that. Oh, my bad. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't know I was wrong. Now I know I'm wrong. Bring it to the table. And I feel like you guys as subscribers have to hold us accountable. When we're wrong about something, when we're wrong about a prediction, hold us accountable. If someone says we suck, we're going to get whipped by this team, and we go over there and we whip that team, hold them accountable. Go on their channel. Nah, boy. You were saying this. Oh, Zion McCollum's trash. We need a better corner. Oh, now Zion McCollum's ball. He's balling now. No, nah. Go on the comment section. Nah. You was talking trash about Zion. Where's that apology at? You know what I'm saying? Hold these guys, these content creators accountable. If they're wrong about what they talk about, let them know. That's why I always come on here and I tell you what I was right about. I'll tell you what I was wrong about. And I'll let you know, well, this is why I think this. That's another thing. I don't mind opinions, but tell me why you have an opinion. If you have an opinion just to have an opinion, your opinion is invalid. Period. That's the truth. If you have an opinion, just because you have an opinion, you didn't do no homework to it, you didn't give it no second or third thought about it, you don't have an opinion. You're just talking just to talk. And that's what that channel does a lot over there. And that's the whole thing where it's like, I want to go over there not to like, oh, I'm better than you. I know what I'm talking about. You don't. No, let's have a dialect. Let's talk. Let's debate. I want to understand why you think what you think. If you can get me to understand why you think what you think, I am happy. Whether I agree with you at the end of it or not. If I leave and I say, I don't agree with you, but I get why you see that or why you think that. That's all that matters. But when I sit there and try to have a discussion and I'm like, but that don't make sense. No, yeah, I mean, I get why you think that, but that's false. So that's why you shouldn't be thinking that. Because the thing that you say is making you think that doesn't actually exist, or that's actually false, or that actually doesn't mean that, or you're misinformed. So you don't have to think that no more, right? No, but now you still think it because of something like, I'm trying to, why do you think that? Rashad West, I'm always extra positive in his comment section. How that dude cool as F though. Shout out to Buckos. Yeah, again, I've never had a problem with him, but for some reason, he does. I don't know, bro. I don't know. He doesn't like me. I don't know. I remember that day when went on with Buckos Locker. He said, "Don't bring the nonsense, or you will be out of this room." Yeah, exactly. I don't. Bucks defense is way better than the Falcons. No, Buckles has a valid reason why the Bucks and ATL are the same tier teams. You have to listen to him break it down. I was trying to. If you know the reason, let me know. What's the reason? Tony, what was his reason? I'm interested to know. Yeah, I want to know his reason too. Tony Lee, they didn't have a single offensive touchdown yesterday. Dingle, a team that wins a game without scoring a single offense touchdown is a team that knows how to win. No. Don't try that, Shine. Don't try that, Shine. No. Ain't no way you could spin it, bro. No. Ain't no way you could spin it. That would almost be true if you kicked a whole bunch of field goals and the other team didn't give you the touchdowns. Then that would be, oh, then you could try to make an argument like that. If the other team didn't fumble a punt return and give you a touchdown there, then maybe you have a chance to try to pull that off. But that's no. Football is a team sport, and when the offense fails, the defense, and special team step. No, sorry. I agree with that, but I mean the Saints muffed a punt into the end zone. Special teams really do anything there. Thank you. The way the punt was kicked, oh my God, I know you did not just say that. The way the punt was kicked, it forced the return to try to make a difficult catch. He should have let the ball go, but he didn't. Exactly. So why would you say the first part if you know about the second part? I don't care how the punt was kicked. You leave it alone. Get out the way. Oh, I will check it out after this. Don't forget Pac-Man who chimes in here and there, especially the Brady years. Yeah, but Pac-Man is he doesn't act like he knows anything, or you know what I'm saying? He likes to troll. You and Buckle should watch film together, would be good content for the fan base. I have no problem. And this is something that I wish you guys, because I watch Pewter Report, I watch Buckles. I don't really watch Buckles, but before I used to watch Buckles, and I just subscribed again to make sure I'm on when he's on. So I'm gonna be watching him now. But I see the same people that are on here. I see them in there, and you guys do not say nothing. I sit there and watch you guys on Pewter Report. I sit there and watch you guys on the what's the other show, the Loose Cannons and the Cannon Fire. I see all of them shows. I watch all of them, so I know the rhetoric and all the BS. I watch all of them, and I see the same people in there, and nobody. I'm like, sometimes I sit back and go, I taught them about this already. They should know the answer to that question, or they should know that this is false and be like, hey, no, that's not true. Hey, wait, nah, that's not like, but y'all don't say nothing. Y'all don't say nothing. So you should go in there and be like, hey, let RTP go in there and watch film with you. And let's see how that goes down. I have no problem. I used to doubt Zion, but he proved me wrong. You can change opinions, though. Oh, of course. Of course. You can always change opinions. Mr. Bug Nation is good content creator. He is very neutral and fair on the Bucs. Mr. Bug Nation is my guy. Like Mr. Bug Nation knows Real Talk Parade. He's my guy. I started my channel before him, and he just like surpassed me. But we don't do the same thing. Mr. Bug Nation doesn't really give opinions. Mr. Bug Nation reports. He's a reporter. He reports what's going on, and he kind of echoes, the same thing that everyone around Bug Nation is saying. If Loose Cannon is saying this and Pewter Report is saying this, then he's pretty much saying the same thing. He doesn't, and I'm not saying that to disrespect him or anything like that. That's my guy. Like I said, Mr. Bug Nation is my guy, but he's not the guy that's gonna. And to be fair, all these guys are like that. All the loose. I think out of all of them, is it Loose Cannon? No, not Loose Cannons. Cannon. Loose. First of all, Loose Cannons. Loose Cannon is paid for. Loose Cannon is sponsored, and what I mean by that is they're doing what the Buccaneers allow them to do. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they only do what the Buccaneers allow them to do. I was supposed to be on their show a few times, and Stank. Is it Stank? No, it's not Stank. It's the Arabian dude. I don't remember his name. He DM'd me. He just straight out let me know. He's like, I can't because there's people that I have to allow, that I have to go through to allow you to come on, and they're not letting me. So there was like, they have that's why they're able to like interview Vita and everybody because they have the connections to the Bucs, and the Bucs let the they're basically like undercover Buccaneers channel, basically. Like it's them acting like um like they're doing their own thing, but they're really not doing their own thing. They're kind of they're kind of bought. Um, but Cannon Fire, I will give Cannon Fire that. Cannon Fire does um actually try to do their own research, and they do give their own opinions, I believe. They of course, like everybody else might, I heard this, so we're gonna go with that as well, with that opinion. But from time to time they have their own opinions about things. So I will give Cannon Fires and they got the dopest intro, man. Shout out to Cannon Fire. They got the dopest intro. But Pewter Report, that's so commercial. That's like Pewter Report. What's the other one? The Lockdown Bucks is terrible. Lockdown Bucks is terrible. Those two are probably the worst. Lockdown Bucks and Pewter Report. They're Pewter Report is really good for training camp, getting training camp information because they're in there. So they're really good for that. But as far as analyzing the team, Lockdown Bucks, Pewter Report, they're not good. Like I said, Loose Cannons, they're super, super like it's not real. It's their show is not real. They don't have um it's like, okay, what are the Buck fans saying? Okay, now you're gonna say this and you're gonna disagree with this. So they cover both sides of the field. Somebody has to say that this is positive, and somebody over here has to say that this is negative. That way we cover both sides, but they can't say the truth. That's the problem that I have with I do like that part that they cover the negative and the positive, so they play both fields. I like that. But what I don't like about Loose Cannons is they don't say the truth. They're not real. They don't say the truth. They say the PR stuff. They say like the stuff like, "Oh, you're mad about this? We are too." But just so you guys know, it could be a little bit better because of like it's like they act like, "Oh yeah, we're part of everybody and we're mad about this. We don't like this either." And then they give you the PR medicine. And let me just let you know about this so we could do our job. That the Buccaneer organization goes, okay, good job. They kind of quiet that crowd down a little bit. They PR'd that crowd a little bit. That's what they do. Um, I'm trying to think. Mr. Bug Nation, like I said, he's just pretty much a reporter. I'm trying to think who else is like really. Bucko's Locker is the closest thing to me. And maybe that's why he doesn't like me or something. I don't know. Bucko's Locker is pretty much the closest thing to me, which is you come on here and you just give your opinion. You do the research and you try to look and give your opinion. The only problem is they don't know what they're talking about. That's the only problem. Is like their research is. I do like that. You said watch game film with them, so I guess they watch game film. So that's good. I'm glad they watch game film, and and I've said this before. The more you watch game film, the better you get at understanding. If you're willing to digest the game film, what do I mean by that? I mean me. Baker Mayfield's not good. Baker Mayfield's not good. See the game film on the Saints? Baker Mayfield did good. Am I going to allow myself to digest that and say, okay, maybe I was a little bit wrong. I got to keep an eye on that. And then watch the other game film. No, I don't know. And then, Baker Mayfield in the Green Bay game. I ain't going to lie. Baker Mayfield looked good in that Green Bay game. He did everything right in that Green Bay game. But because I'm not saying that I do, but let's just say I hate Baker Mayfield. Am I going to allow myself to digest that because it's actually good game tape? Or am I going to nope, because then I'll look like I was wrong about it. And then I don't want to. So now, you know what I'm saying? So when you watch film, that's always great, but allow yourself to digest everything, including if you thought something was good and it was actually bad. Oh, Logan Hall's really good. Logan Hall's really good. And then I watch the game tape. Dang, he's getting eaten up in the run game. Do I digest that and allow myself to recalculate and start, okay, now I'm aware of that? or do I ignore it because I've been saying he's good and now I don't want to contradict myself? So that's the key. You got it. You got. Thank you, Summer. Yes, thank you. The one I haven't heard in a while is Joe Bucks fan. Yeah, I don't think they do YouTube, or at least do YouTube anymore. Um, Another one that tends to say it out of their rear end sometimes is JC. Yes, JC, and JC knows who I am. JC's had me on Twitter Spaces, and I've came with a different account, and he's like, I think I know who this is because when I come with the facts, and I come with the I plus this, boo boo boo. So he was like, I think I know who this is, but JC is another one where he's kind of, but see, the thing is, JC, Pewter Report, all those reporters, they're all a part of the same circle. That's why they all have the same opinions. It's funny how none of them like Todd Bowles, and now all of a sudden they're all on the Todd Bowles train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all hated Todd Bowles. They all was saying he should get fired even if we make the playoffs. And now they both are like, oh, they're all of the reporters. Oh, we all like Todd Bowles. No, Todd Bowles is actually a pretty good coach, actually. And it was funny because I was on a Twitter space with JC. I don't think I was talking. I think I was just listening. And there was a guy that got on the Twitter space and started talking to JC and started trashing how bad Todd Bowles is. He started trashing Todd Bowles. And JC had to tell him, no, he's actually good. And he was like, but you were the one that was saying that he sucks. And, and he was like, well, we can't talk about that. We can't get into that right now, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Because he thought that JC was going to agree with him because he went in there and started talking mad trash about Todd Bowles. And JC was like, because JC had some other reporter, some other guy that was in there that they were like talking about. Oh, so it was some guy from the Washington Redskins, Washington Commanders, sorry. It was before the Washington Commander game. And the Washington, they actually DM'd me, but I didn't see it till late. And then they found JC. They wanted a Buccaneers guy to talk to the Washington people on Twitter about the Bucs and how they see the game going. So they DM'd JC as well, and I guess JC went on there, and I caught it, and I went on there. So JC was talking to the Washington reporter guy, and they were like, chopping it up about what the Bucs should do, the matchup, blah blah blah. So then they started taking like phone calls or whatever you want to call it from other people that are listening, and they came in, and one of the guys that came in started talking trash about Todd Bowles, and JC was like, no, actually Todd Bowles is not that bad, and the guy was like, you were the one that was saying, like, oh, now you like Todd Bowles? And I was just like, man, that's what happens when you're not real. That's what happens when you're not making honest opinions. When you don't have honest opinions, they switch like that. And when they switch like that, you got people like, wait a minute. I liked you because you hated Todd Bowles. And we were on the whole we hate Todd Bowles train. Now all of a sudden you switched up and you like Todd Bowles. And now all the beat writers like Todd Bowles. Like, come on, bro. Mad about what? I would love to go on a film study with him. Like I said, I would love to do a film study with him. I'm not mad about anything. Um, but yeah, like I said, man, I don't know, man. It did make me want to come on here though. It did make me want to come on here because I found that interesting. And the only reason why I came on here was because I was hoping that King, what's his name? King Cook. I was hoping that King Cook was in here to let me know. Maybe he knows something that I didn't know about it. But I'm trying to think what's some other. That's pretty much it. That's all the Buccaneers. Actually, there's another one guy I don't remember his name, but he's just starting off. But I try my hardest to watch all Buccaneer content, and it should be like that, Tony. It should be like that. There should be no reason why one book content creator can't talk to another book content creator. So, Tony, you let me know. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Because when it comes to Buccaneers content creator, no one is in depth the way I'm in depth. No one breaks it down the way I break it down. So you would think that other Buccaneer content creators would want to talk to me and would want to be like, hey, this guy really cares about the Bucs, whether he's wrong or right. Like, I could see if I was a Bucs content creator who did nothing but talk trash about the Bucs. Why would you want someone like that on your channel, right? Even though I wouldn't even care about that. If you talk trash about the Bucs and you're a Buck fan, come on to my channel. Talk trash about the Bucs on my channel. Let's see if I can convert you. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand, right? Let's say you're loose cannons. I can understand why someone like loose cannons who, they have that PR situation going on where they don't want someone to come in there and just trash the Bucs. I could understand that. But what about someone like me who's always like, no, actually, we're not as bad as people think. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the flaws we have. But I've never been doom and gloom on this channel. And I've been able to be honest with everybody. I've been able to be like, this might be a problem. And if this is a problem, we could be bad. And still be positive about the team and the franchise. So what do you think it is, Tony? What do you guys think it is that makes people like, no, we don't want RTP on my channel? Like, I do you think they're scared that I would take the shine, or I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. This is honestly what I think it is. It's the same, and I think I know this because again, I've been in a space with JC. I've been in a Twitter space with JC Cornell before, and they've had to cut me off and be like, we don't have enough time to answer. We're just going to go back and forth. And I'm like, I'm stumping you. Everything you say, I have an answer for. And then I say something else for you to answer, and you beat around the bush and go somewhere else. Like I keep stumping you and you don't have no answer back. So when that happens, they're like, oh, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. And then they'll okay, Tony's backstage. What up? Let me know what you think. Tony, can you hear me? Hello? Oh, is you muted? Do I have no? Can't unmute guests because they chose to mute you. You're muted. You there? Hello? You're unmuted now, but I'm not hearing you. I heard you cough. I don't know. I'm gonna keep talking. Let me know when you get that together. Um, I really want to hear your opinion, so please get it. Hold on, I got a message. Please get that. You can't hear me. Can you guys hear me in the comment section? Hold on. Check. Can you guys hear me? There you go. Yeah, they can hear me. Yeah, try to come back in. I heard him as soon as he came in. He went, and I heard him. But what was I saying? So yeah, that's what I think it is. I think that they, first of all, they all know me. Pewter Report knows who I am. Loose Cannon knows who I am. They all know who I am. Everybody, if you're on YouTube doing things about the Buccaneers, you know who I am. Period. Even Eagle fans and all these other, I go in their comment section. They know who I am. Uh, there you go. I can hear you now.
There we go. RTP, what's the word, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Just watching. Well, not really watching, but keeping an eye on this game and trying to figure out why don't other Buck content creators mess with your boy. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
All right, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion.
Honest.
I listen to Buckos a lot. He's one of both of you guys' channel I've been listening to like over the years. I'm gonna give you a little history real quick. I've been a Bucs fan since like maybe 2001. So I'm not like a super duper Bucs fan like people been. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of those. I watch the games and I know a little bit about the players that we draft, and I keep an eye on the staff and that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I never play football. I never played football. but I always loved watching the Bucks because it was like an underdog team, and I love underdogs.
Got you.
You know, so my opinion may not be as valid, but I can give you my opinion based off what I see as
Right.
far as like the fan base.
Right.
Uh, Me personally, I said in the comments, I think it's more so of an ego thing that we have as far as content creators, right?
Hmm.
People, everybody wants to be right about their opinion. Nobody wants to really be wrong. They can sit up here and say that that uh that they open to criticism, or if they're wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they'll take it on the chin. But at the end of the day, people want to be right because there's a lot of ears and a lot of eyes on content creators, right?
Okay.
So I'm not saying that he has an ego, and I'm not saying that you have an ego. I think as creators, if we're going to build a good community overall, though, right? Because at the end of the day, you guys are building a community.
Yeah.
You building your side of community. Buckle's building his side because we all one fan base.
Right.
So I'm not saying you have an ego. I'm not saying he has an ego. But what I'm saying is that we have to check that. We have to be like,
Yes.
all right, you know what? What I'm saying may come out in a way that I'm being egotistic about it, or
Mm.
you feel me?
Yeah,
So
that's why I said earlier when I was typing, I even said it in the stream. I said, I know how I could probably come off. So when I was already thinking in my head. So when I get in there, I'm gonna try to be as soft as possible as I can be, without trying to sound egotistical or like I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that,
yeah,
I know that. So I was already like trying to be soft with it. That's the only way I can explain it. It's tight. Because listen, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm from LA, right?
me too.
I
Me
don't.
too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
bro, like
Hey,
I'm
when you
about the
said,
business, bro. Like, listen, when
yeah,
it's like
you still
people.
you still in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm still in
Okay,
Vegas.
okay, yeah, yeah. Go
But
ahead.
like, listen, you know how it is, bro. Like I tell people all the time in LA, when people are like, "What's up?" Then you like,
What's
you
up?
got a problem? No,
Yeah,
I don't have a problem, but now I have to go further so you don't think I'm a bitch. So I have
right.
to say, no, I don't have a problem, but what's up? Is there a problem? You know what I'm saying? You got to go one step more just so you can't just diffuse. If you just try to diffuse something, you look like a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
So you can't
You
just
can't.
diffuse it. You got to
Yeah,
say, nah, there's nothing here, just so you
yeah.
know. But what's up if there is? Like, what you want to do? Like, I'm
And
down with it. You're like,
RTP, I'm not telling you to be passive. I'm not
no,
telling you to be passive, and I'm not telling Buckos because I know that you're not a passive person. You're going to speak
no.
up. Buckos is definitely not and this is why I think why you guys crash. Because to be honest with you, and
Uh-huh.
don't take this in the wrong way, you guys
Mhm.
probably have similarities.
Oh, I know we do, cause I know in nature that's how it always works, bro. And I don't, and
Exactly.
that's but this is the thing though. I don't have a problem with him. You know who else? Who else I always feel like has a bad vibe against me is State of the Saints. You know who that is?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
State of the Saints, TJ. I was on
Yeah,
his
yeah,
channel. I was commenting on his channel like maybe last week or a week before, and he's been on my channel. We've like had like conversations, and
yeah.
I've always had this bad energy with him towards me, like he doesn't like me. And
Mhm.
I always thought to myself, bro, like if he only knew, we're both church boys, we both grew up in church,
Yeah,
like we're exactly alike, and he has no idea. And
yeah,
I think that all the time, like, bro, if he actually just had a conversation with me, he would like me. Like I'm really cool like that. Like he has this negative energy towards me, like he thinks I think I'm better than him, but I don't.
yeah,
And you said you don't expect me to like lower my. I have no problem being humble, bro. I have no problem. Like I've done so much on YouTube, and I've gone, lost followers and all that stuff. Where it's like I don't care about that no more. I just want to talk football. I'm not trying to be the best Buccaneer guy. I'm done with that. Like I don't have a problem just being humble and be like, yeah, let's just talk football. I'm just like I have no problem. But for some reason, bro, it's people again.
it's the
I
vibe that you
Yeah,
get.
it's
Yeah,
Buckos, and again, I say State of the Saints because I can't ignore that. I get that vibe from him, and I've never returned that vibe to him. Never. I've always been like, this dude's cool. I've always thought he was cool, and I love his content. I love State of the Saints content. So
Yeah,
I've always
he's a
been
I like his stuff too because he's very honest too. I like that.
yes,
He's
and
not gonna
that's
be biased about his team. I like that about him.
and again, I've said it earlier. You can have all the opinions you want. Just I want to know why. It just can't be for some stupid reason. And he has his opinions about his team, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? And I've gone on there and I've been like one time he said something, and I was in there defending Jameis on State of the Saints, and he went at me, and I'm like, bro, did you read what I said? Like, I'm helping you out. Like, I'm agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? But again, it's like this energy that I get from certain people where it's like, why are you? I'm not even I'm not even doing nothing, bro. Like, I'm just trying to talk football. And it's like as soon as I say something, they just think I'm trying to talk shit. If I say something, I'm saying something about football. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to prove to you and troll to you that your team sucks. No, I just want to talk football. I want to say this because you might not see this about your team, and I want to know what you think. And you tell me, no, that's wrong because why? Oh, okay. Now I learned something. Cool. That's exactly what I want. I want to learn something. So when I do that, I say this all the time. When I argue or debate with somebody, I want you to prove me wrong. I want to learn from you. All I do is bring facts that I haven't been able to dispute yet. And I bring it to your table hoping you can dispute it. And if you dispute it, then okay, now I get to learn something. But if you don't dispute it, I'm like, okay, I guess it is that. And I think people think that I'm bringing it to the table because I'm trying to be smart or trying to be like, oh, I know this and you don't. Prove me wrong. And I'm sitting there like, prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong. Like, I don't care about that. I just want to talk football. So I see this about your team, right? For instance, again, we could talk about the Eagles. I told people, was that last year or this year? I don't know. I told people we can beat the Eagles. Their weak spot is Jalen Hurts. And I got laughed out of the fucking room that I was talking that football stuff. I got laughed out of the room.
That's crazy though, because I just, watching this game, it made me realize like, damn, we do have Jalen Hurts' number.
Yes.
And at first even though that we won last year, right? And we won in a good fashion. Like we beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
But watching the game yesterday, it made me realize, oh, okay, yeah, we got his number. But I'm gonna let you finish your point.
No, I'm just saying when I bring up things, right, and I talk about I don't believe that team, that coaching staff still has that team. I think he lost that team, and I'm bringing things up like different things. Like when I talk to Dolphin fans, I bring up things about their team. It is not because I'm trying to say, ha, you can't. I got you. This is what I believe. Tell me why I should think differently. And it's the same. I do the same thing with you guys when I'm on here. You got, Zion's not good. I think Zion's good. Everyone keeps saying that Zion took a leap. Zion didn't take a leap. He didn't get better in coverage. Zion was always good in coverage. If you remember what I was saying when we first was seeing Zion on the field, I kept saying whether it was preseason or when he would be in the game, I kept saying every time he got beat, I looked at it and I said, it looks like he got bored. It didn't look like he got beat. It looked like he was like, they're not going to throw it. Oh, shit, they did throw it. Like, it looked like he was bored. Like, he's with the guy and it's like, he's not going nowhere. Especially in preseason, he'd run with the guy. He's not going nowhere. He's running. He's not going nowhere. And then he'd just get bored and be like, they're not throwing it to me. And then, boom, oh, shit, they threw it. He never looked bad in coverage. He just got bored out there because he was so good in coverage. And then the only thing that was bad about Zion was his tackling. He was trashing. Now that he took I don't know how he got. Yeah, he took a big jump with tackling. I don't know how he got so good at tackling.
RTP, but this is what I think too, though, and this is what I noticed with Bucco's channel. Just because I don't really go on because like a lot of those guys, they really know how to talk football. Like you. Buccos, everybody that come on that panel, those dudes are, man, I just love listening to talk football. But one thing that I noticed that we do as a fan base, we would draft a player in that same year, oh, he's a jag. Oh, he doesn't have what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be like, or we'll over analyze a dude like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the best. Like he's gonna come out and he's gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do that as a fan base, and then
Yes.
when we're wrong, then everybody, then we trying to figure out how we're gonna prove our point. Like,
Yes.
oh, you feel me? So
Yes.
it's
And
like, yo,
that's what I try to bring to this community. That I try to bring the realism, the bro, let's like we can be fans, but when you sit there and say that Logan Hall's a bust, whoa, what do you mean? You know, people were saying that William Golston was a bust. William Golston was a very crucial part in our Super Bowl.
yeah,
Like,
he's having an
hello,
awesome career. He's having a
yeah,
great career.
right, like
He may not be our cup of tea. That's what it
exactly.
is.
He's not the Flash.
He's not the
He's the
flash. He's
dirty
not
work.
that dog. He's not that. But I'm on that side too, though. RTP. I do want some dogs on our team, though.
Yeah,
Like the Bucs
but
are known
but
for having these friendly dudes, like
that
come to
was
work on
another one.
time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Gerald
never
McCoy's not
throw the-
good because he's too nice.
Yeah, never
Come on,
ate
man.
some grapes from from Rouse. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You saying that William Golston wasn't a dog, right? But he was a dog when you tried to run at him. He was a big dog when you tried to run at him. Like, and not only that, he didn't show he was a dog until he got into that Talbot system. Same thing with Carlton. Same thing with Jordan Whitehead. So sometimes it's the coaching, and again, I try to bring the I hear it. I hear what you're saying. Let's just give us a little time. There's a lot of reasons why it could be. Same thing with what's his name?
Kalaji.
No. Joe Tryon. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
bust. He's a bust because they want that 15, 10-digit sack guy. Yeah, he might. If you talk about that, he might be a bust. Yeah. That don't mean that we should trade him or let him go. We can use him as a damn rotation. You telling me you wouldn't like that as a rotation? Like,
oh well, we don't have no choice. We
right
need him.
now. But what I'm
Yeah, but
saying
I get
is,
what you're saying,
Buck
yeah.
fans
That
would
would
be
be-
like,
that
oh,
would
free
be a nice
agency,
rotation
let him
player.
go. We don't need him. Like, yeah, we need anybody. We need everybody. Like, what are you talking about? When people get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. People get hurt all the time.
All the time.
But they want if he's not top 5, if the NFL does not and other fan bases don't consider him top 10, he's not good.
Yeah.
What? Like, bro,
And it's
crucial
crazy.
pieces.
And it's crazy too how and I know we don't care about what the media thinks, but how the media praises our players and we just downgrade them like, oh yeah, such and such. And I get it because we're watching our team. We're tuned in every weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're watching our Bucs. So we may see our team, we may see the players in a different type of light, but we just gotta stop with that, bro. Like we've been doing that since Jameis Winston. I think that's what happened. We really destroyed Jameis Winston as a fan base, and I was a part of it. I'm gonna be honest with you because I was being in toxic chats and agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I look back, it's like, damn, bro, like we really did Jameis wrong, and he
You
was
see-
only.
You see Baker now, you see Sam Darnold now, and you're thinking now it's like a lot of people are realizing maybe it does matter the pieces that are around your quarterback. Maybe it does matter what franchise the quarterback goes to. Maybe there is a lot more things than just is he good? No, he's not good because the team's not good now. It's not just that. There's a lot of things. Maybe you need a better coach. There's a lot of things that go into it. And I will say this, right? I will say this as far as which I want to give it to him, but I don't want to give it to him because I don't even think he was around yet when it comes to Buccos. When I first started YouTube, I wasn't like the way I am now. When I first started YouTube, it wasn't even like, hey, he's not a bust. It was like, man, he is good. Stop, he is good. Like I was positive without any negative.
I was tuned in.
Yeah, I was positive without any negative. I was just always like, and it wasn't that it wasn't that someone would say like someone was bad and I'd be like, oh, I know he's bad, but I'm gonna say he's good. It wasn't like that, but it was more like, don't talk about the negative, focus on the positive, right? And it wasn't until after Tom Brady. Go ahead.
a good dose, though. That's a good dose, and I'm gonna let you finish. But that's a good dose because I needed that. I needed to hear something positive, because something
Right,
that you may seen in the player, and like, oh shit, I didn't see that. I didn't
right,
notice that. But RTP, he noticed that. So
right.
you know,
But
but go ahead.
what I like now though is where I'm at now, which is, to be honest, where I'm at now is I'm just telling the truth. I'm not even trying to be positive, to be honest. Like, because you saw that stream when I said I'm pretty much done with this YouTube stuff. I'm pretty much done with
Yeah, I was
all
there.
the, like, I'm not trying to be positive anymore. Like, I'm just being honest, straight up honest. And when I'm telling you people, like, bro, we can be a Super Bowl contender. Like, we really do. We got the schemes, we got the players. Like, we're young. That might bite us in the butt. We're a little young. It bit us in the butt versus the Broncos. But I mean, there's no reason why there's not much teams that can stand in our way, to be honest with you. So I'm not trying to be positive. I'm just being real. I'm just being
But
honest.
okay,
And what I like now is when I see the negative, and even when I don't see the negative, I look for it. Like, I just want to make sure there isn't no negative here that I'm missing. Oh, okay. This could be a negative. I don't know if it's going to be, but let me just bring this to the table and let you guys know.
so
This
what?
could be a
So what
problem.
is it then? What's the negative? Because I want to know
For what, the
what
team?
do you for our team? Yeah. So what's keeping us
It's
from winning a chip? What's the negative? Because I see
it's
some
three
obvious.
things. What I want to hear yours. Go ahead. What do you think?
Well, for me, it's the run game. It's the
Okay.
pass rush, and it's health. That's it.
Okay.
I think if we can get our run, if we can, I'm not saying we have to be like a 100+ yards, but if we can be serviceable for,
Mm,
because the thing is, like Buckles made a good point. He said that, and I'm not trying to use his, but he makes really good points. He said that if we continue just to throw the ball, like, think about it, we have old receivers, we have young receivers too, but we have
mm,
some older receivers. Chris Godwin is
mm.
not too young. Mike Evans is an OG. So just throwing the ball the whole entire time, and those dudes taking that bang, and they have to, that's going to wear them off. So the run game has to be something where we don't have to rely on just throwing the ball. But the defense look real good. Our corners are good. It's
Mm.
just that pass rush. The pass rush showed me something this last game. We look really good.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know what the hell happened. I got to watch that game again. And the
So
help. That's it.
so what I would say is, as far as the pass rush, I do think that's something we could worry about. Um, I don't think that's a for sure. Like, we got to worry about that. Like, yeah, it could bite us. I want to have a pass rush that we know, right? Like, we know we got a pass rush. We don't have that. We're not confident in our pass rush like that yet. So I hear you on that. That's good to be worried about. What I think the things to be worried about, obviously injuries. That's everybody, every team. Baker Mayfield. I'm worried about Baker Mayfield, and I'm worried about our O line. That's what I'm worried about.
Mm.
The run game, I'm not too worried about, because when we won our Super Bowl, the run game was it was Now, as long as we continue, and I'm not even sure we don't have a run game yet. So let me put
Yeah.
that out there. I'm
True.
not even sure we don't have a run game yet.
That's true. It's early.
But
It's early.
I believe, I believe the game that we just had against who did we just play? The Eagles.
Eagles,
The
yeah.
game that we just had was such a big game. Such a big game. And I don't mean who we were playing. I mean what we did.
What we
If
established
what Yes, if
and what
Liam
we what we
Cohen
what we
can
put out to the
understand
yeah yeah
what just happened,
yeah
which
yeah.
was, I don't know if you saw, did you see my pregame live stream?
I didn't watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch.
Okay. So my
I didn't know
pregame
you had
live
one.
stream, what I said was, what I'm worried about is Baker is always throwing, trying to Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, throwing down the field, throwing down the field. That was our problem in the Broncos game. That was our problem in the Detroit game. That's why our offense looked shitty, because they said, okay, we're going to take away all the deep stuff. And Baker still was trying to find Mike Evans, trying to find Chris Godwin. And they said, no, you're not throwing deep like that. You're not going to throw deep. And he didn't hit the check down. He didn't look for the underneath routes. Now, again, a little bit was our O line wasn't letting him get enough time, But if you're a knowledgeable quarterback and you know your O line's not giving you enough time to be like one
Oh,
progression, two progression. Okay, now let me go to the check down. If you know that's not happening because you don't got enough time, then just go straight to the check down. Hike, let me just take the check down and get some yards. Hike,
yeah,
let me take the underneath because they're not letting me get anything down the field.
yeah.
So in the pregame live stream I did versus the Eagles, I said the one thing I want to see and I'm hoping is that Baker uses the check down, right? It's football. Run the ball to open up the pass or pass the
That's
ball to
and I'm
open up the
let
run,
me say something real
right?
quick. No, no,
Okay,
no.
go ahead.
You and that's what I was waiting for my point to come because after watching the game, I said, are they trying to put it out there that they're going to throw the ball because they know they can throw the ball and they know
Yeah.
they can get first downs, and
Mhm.
then and okay, they're going to try to stop the pass, but then that opens up the run game for us
Right,
because then
right,
now you got the defense, they always on their toes expecting the pass.
right,
So it's kind of like we doing it in reverse. We're
right.
going to
And
pass the
and
ball.
and that's fine. That works. It don't make a difference. You can run the ball to open up the pass the ball to open up the run. Also, right? Throw deep. So the box. What if they stop you from throwing deep? Then throw short. It's the definition of taking what the defense gives you. They're not letting you throw deep. Then dink and dunk their ass until they're like, bro, they're killing us, man. Start playing close up. It's that simple. So what I was saying was, I want to see Baker dink and dunk so they can stop playing deep, and then we could go back to that. Now we didn't see Baker dink and dunk against the Eagles. Actually, we did. But it wasn't because of Baker. It was because Liam Cohen figured that out and said, let's just hit him short. Let's hit him short, hit him short, hit him short. Quick passes to Godwin, quick passes, hit him short. Then we started hitting the medium passes. Then we started getting Mike Evans involved with the medium passes. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. As long as Liam Cohen can understand that and say, and it doesn't matter. And Chris Godwin said it in his last press conference he just did. I think it was today or yesterday. I think he did it today. He said it. He said the thing was that it gave us answers for the future. That game that we just did gave us answers for the future. Those answers was when they look at the tablet. That's 2 drives in a row. They're playing deep. They're not letting me get anything. All right, we know what to do. Same thing. Short, short, short. Let that shit open up. Opens up, then we start going. Like now, hopefully Liam Cohen has the answers to now they cannot, no defense can do that to us. That's why now I'm expecting, I don't know yet, but I'm expecting for us not to stutter like that as an offense no more. We shouldn't. Now again, Baker, I'm worried about. I'm still
And
worried
that's
about Baker because Liam Cohen had to literally choose plays to force Baker to go short, right? So as long as our offensive coordinator understands it and says, all right, hit them short, hit them short. Okay, now let's try to go over the top. Let's see if it opened up. You get what I'm saying? As long as our offensive coordinator understands that, hit them short, run, run, pass. I mean, pass, pass, run, pass, run, pass, and okay, we can't really run the ball, but we're gonna pass until you allow us to run. As long as our offensive coordinator understands how to open up every part of the game, we want to open up the long ball. Okay, we know pass it short so we can open up the long ball. We want to run the ball. We're not able to. Okay, let's pass it until we can run the ball. We want to, you know what I'm saying? As long as he understands that, I think we'll be fine.
yeah.
So my things that I'm worried about is Baker turning into Baker, which again, when he plays good, I praise him. When he plays bad, I say what it is. Our O line, because I'm a little worried about Cody Mayock. He's been getting beat. Now, in the Eagles game, we had Barton helping out Cody a lot, and our O line looked better. So I'm like, all right, maybe
I
they
didn't even
figured
notice
that out too.
I didn't notice
Yeah.
the O line look. You know when the O line is doing good when you're not
Yes.
worrying about them.
Yes. So the Eagles game, they did pretty decent. But again, they started helping out Cody. I don't know why they just kept leaving Cody by himself like he was all that. But he was getting. I mean, sometimes he'd hold his own, but sometimes A couple times it was getting beat, and I was starting to get worried. But there's little things. There's little things like Baker, the O line, and defensively, yeah, maybe the D line a little bit, and injuries. Those are the only things that can stop us, bro. That's the only thing that can stop us. I think our scheme defensively, and we have talent. We have players on offense and defense. We have a lot of talent on offense and a lot of talent on defense. Our scheme and Todd Bowles knows how to game plan, and I think Liam Cohen is doing a hell of a job as an OC.
I think so
So
too.
I don't see I don't see. There's nobody else. The Vikings are looking good. Detroit Lions, I think, are could be a team, but we know we can beat them. Um, and the 49ers. The 49ers are those are the only three teams that I'm looking at this like they could potentially get on our way. That's not to say that we can't lose to anybody, but
Yeah,
what
but
I'm saying,
we can't
yeah,
look. We can't look past our. You know what I'm saying? And I think
of
that's what.
course not.
And that's I think that's what was being said that we can't look past these teams because
Of
just
course
like
not.
just the one game freaking Broncos, dog. We should be 4-0 right
Right.
now. Like we look past that game.
But you can be on a different tier and still lose to someone that's not on your tier.
Facts.
So that's what we would have been talking about if he would have
But
opened
and
up the
that's
floor.
but that's what he says. He said the Bucks are in this tier. We like in a we're not really a A-tier team. You
We
know what I'm saying?
are
Because it's
though.
only
We are a A-tier team though. When
RTP.
who else is on who else is above our tier?
Okay, you got. Okay, I'm talking about the NFL. I'm talking about in general, right? Are you just talking about the?
No,
You know,
I'm talking about in general, bro. In general. Who's sitting there where you're like, yeah, 5 out of 5 times we're not gonna be able to beat them.
not beating the Chiefs. We could.
We
I can
You
put
don't
that.
think we could beat the Chiefs?
Well, I mean, we can sit up here and say, "Do I think?" I'm gonna go based off. I'm gonna go based off the previous year, and I'm gonna go based off what we have now. I'm going based off what I seen in the
Mhm.
past. RTP. I mean, yeah, I can see the future for this team, but I'm not sure though because like we like you went over some things that we still need to address. You
Yeah.
know, to
Let, let,
becoming an A-tier team.
let me tell you why I can tell we're an A-tier team, right? And the Falcons are not, and the Saints are not. And the Saints kind of had the same season we've had until last week. But let me tell you why I can see the difference, right? I made a video 2 weeks ago before the Saints got their first loss to the
Uh-huh.
Eagles. I made a video saying the Saints are frauds. Did you see that? Were you on that live
I didn't
stream?
watch that. I didn't watch
It
that.
was late at night on a Saturday. I made a
Oh, okay.
video saying I was all tweaked out. I was like, the Saints are frauds. I watched the Saints versus the Cowboys game. Their formations, I'm like, we'll eat that
Great
formation
game.
up. That's perfect for us. But what was happening was the Cowboys defense was just couldn't get to the right spot. Was no dogs. Nobody cutting anybody off. No one was playing good football. You got to see the difference of linebackers like trying to like, hey, let me get over there, or somebody like our linebackers or our corners that will literally throw their body into them and take them out of the play so somebody else can come and make the tackle.
Yeah.
There's a difference between dogs and somebody out there playing, just playing
Pass.
ball.
Yeah.
We got dogs. We got dogs that know how to play the game. We got dogs that, again, will take a blocker out just to get him out of the equation and have another linebacker or a safety or somebody make the play.
Yeah.
The Saints were playing people. They played the Panthers. Panthers played better than the Dallas did against them defensively. They just had a bad quarterback. They gave them the game. But defensively, they were at least getting to the ball. Now they're not that talented, but they were at least getting to the ball. When they played the Cowboys couldn't even they couldn't even rally to the ball. That's how bad the Cowboys were. So that night I said the Saints are frauds. I said I've been said the Eagles are not good and they're they're regressing or degressing, however you say that shit, because of Jalen Hurts, and I don't think their coach has a hold of that team, and the Cowboys are really bad. And everything has came to fruition. They played the Eagles. The Eagles easily stopped. The Saints have not done nothing special at all. Meanwhile, you look at the Bucs and how we play and how we win. We won by uh, running over people, even though it's not like we have a run game, but when the run game works, we're running over people, we're punking people. We have wide receivers like Chris Godwin and Mike Evans who are getting wide open. They're not just like, like for instance, Chris Godwin, right? We were checking it down and they were diving and missing him, right? If it was a whole bunch of that, that don't mean we're good. We could play against a solid team that knows how to tackle. Now we don't got an offense. That's what happened to the Saints. But we do that, and we got wide open plays with Mike Evans, wide open plays with Trey Palmer down the field, wide open plays with McMillan when he was on the field again in the Washington. When we do what we do, it looks like there's nothing you can do to stop us. Everybody, what the Saints were doing, it was like, bro, they're messing up or else you should have been stopped. That's the difference. And when I see us doing that, I don't see nobody else has the amount of talent or the scheme to stop us besides the 49ers, who I'm worried about because we can't stop that damn Shanahan shit, or Kyle Shanahan. We have a problem. The Lions are a good football team. That would be another one, but we did beat them, so that makes me feel better. And the damn Vikings are on a roll right now. They look like us. And their defense looks a little bit scarier than ours because they completely blitz 24/7, blitz, 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 zero blitz, zero blitz. So their defense looks a little scarier than ours. So those are the only three teams. Besides that, no one is as consistent and nice as us or talented as a team. Like, people don't understand. Antoine Winfield, possibly the best safety in the game. Jordan Whitehead is no slouch. That dude is balling. The backup Isian is doing his thing. Zion McCollum is one of the best. I don't care what anybody says. He's one of the best corners in the game right now, bro. Nobody is sticking to their guy like Zion McCollum is right now. Nobody. And he makes it look easy. Zion McCollum is one of the best corners in the league right now. Jamel is not no slouch. Then you got Levante. I was on Jamel, but I was on Jamel as well. I was like, Jamel got to get shit together.
Jamel teeters sometimes, bro.
Yes,
but
he's
not no slouch.
But when he's on, he's not a slouch. But yes, I agree. He's right now he's teetering. I've already talked about that.
Yeah.
Then you got Levante, right? We don't have to say nothing about that.
No.
You got Servassier. Unfortunately, I think he's hurt again. I don't know. But Servassier is supposed to take over for Levante. KJ, they're doing their thing. So I'm not going to say nothing about Servassier or KJ, but they do their jobs. They're not going to get picked on, especially in the run game.
Then you got take KJ position for sure.
Yeah, I think something's going to happen.
Yeah, they got to change that.
But then we got Vita Vea, and Vita Vea is a monster. He is a monster. I won't say nothing else about the rest of the D-line, but that doesn't mean we don't get pressure because of Todd Bowles' scheme. And that's the thing. Todd Bowles' scheme is such a big tool that no one understands. When we sit there and we play against Jared Goff, who is a better quarterback than Baker, when we sit there and play Lamar Jackson, who is a better quarterback than Baker, Todd Bowles' scheme makes them play to the same level, if not under Baker Mayfield. He brings them down. So you're not scoring more than 17, 16 points. You think it's hard for us to score more than 20 points with our offense? No. That's what people just don't see. They see like the talent on the field. They see, oh, this play was made. This play was made. Look at the end of the game. The other team struggles to get 20 points or more. Meanwhile, it's easy for us to, on a bad game, we get 20 points. You get what I'm saying? It's easy for us to throw up 3 touchdowns to Mike Evans. So that alone is like, we should win most of the teams. Then you add in the fact of, well, we might have a run game on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen.
But we don't know, though.
Yeah, we don't know.
And that's why you said we might.
We don't know. But our minimum, it's going to be hard for the Falcons to beat. Our minimum, it's going to be hard for the Saints to beat. Our minimum, everybody.
I'm not worried about the Saints.
Every
Atlanta's the only team I'm kind of worried about. I'm not really worried
They
about.
didn't even score a touchdown, bro.
Yeah, but they defense look good though, bro.
Yeah, but again, it's because it was that Saints offense. That Saints offense is not good. They are not good, bro. It's a fraud offense. It's a fraud offense. Believe me when I tell you. So what I'm saying is there's only a couple teams that really like we have to be out either playing good or playing at our best or we're gonna lose. And that's those teams I mentioned: the Detroit Lions, the Niners, and so far the Vikings. I don't know that for sure, but so far the Vikings. Now again, that doesn't mean we can't lose to anybody. But what I'm saying is, at our worst, we are going to be too much of a handful for most of the teams in the NFL. Period. We're going to be too much of a handful. We're too talented. Our defense doesn't allow easy points, and our offense is going to get easy points because of Mike Evans. It's going to be at minimum. It's going to be too much for most of the teams in the NFL. A lot of teams in the NFL are not ready for a Todd Bowles defense to go at them, and that's
Yeah,
just the
and I,
truth.
and I think that Bronco game, we gotta kind of like understand that Bronco game. Like that
That
dude's gonna slice his dices every time he get, you know what I mean? Because he just
yes,
knows how
that
to.
Bronco game. I'll explain to you that Bronco game.
Well,
Defensively,
I know why. Is the
okay,
coach is because
yeah.
what he does to our defense.
No, it's not even that. Defensively, see, that's another thing that people keep saying that I hate. Uh, damn it. Hold on, real quick. 1 second. Um, Sean Payton doesn't do good against Todd Bowles. His offenses don't do good against Todd Bowles. His defenses do good against Todd Bowles. But here's the thing: defensively, Todd Bowles says, "I don't think your quarterback is good enough to dissect our defense, and we're going to drop everybody back." And Sean Payton said, "That's cool because we wasn't going to try to throw down the field anyways," and he just dink and dunked us, and he did a good job doing that. Offensively, was us. When I say us, Liam Cohen and Baker Mayfield learning a hard lesson, which we talked about earlier.
Right.
Stop trying to go down the field all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Call some shit underneath until they start playing up and then go back down the field. That was a learning situation. Whether you want to say it was for Baker or Liam Cohen, I don't know. But the good news is you saw the Eagles game. Oh, we learned from it. Oh, and then
So
hearing
you think they were just trying something out, just testing the waters and see if we can kind
no,
of.
no. I don't think they were testing or trying. I think that they just didn't understand that. I think that they were just like, we're the shit. Throw down the field, throw down the field, throw
Oh,
down the
okay.
field,
Damn.
throw down the field, throw
Really?
down the field. And they're like, it's not open. And
Yeah.
okay, well, let's try this play. It's not open. Okay, let's try this play. And it was just like, you should have just been like, you know what? Let's kill him underneath for a little bit until it opens up. And I think that's what I think at the end of the game, Liam Cohen said, damn, man, I kind of got out coached. I should have been like, and not only that, even if you want to give a little saving grace to Cohen, right? Um, Chris also said this. He said that it's better now because we don't have to go into the game with just the stuff that we had game planned, right? In
Mhm.
other words, they might have just been throwing deep, throwing deep, throwing deep because they didn't have enough underneath routes that they've learned yet. Because they
Mm.
get new plays and they learn new things as the season goes. So it's almost like we didn't have enough of those underneath routes. We didn't have enough of those underneath routes for a game plan yet. So that's why a lot of it was run game, a lot of run game plays, and a lot of play action or over the top game.
So what did
Deep deep
so
plays.
what did we get? What did we do game one then? Because I thought we was doing a lot of just little short passes here. Game one
No,
against Washington.
the short passes were like screens and stuff like that. When I'm saying short passes, I'm talking about like underneath, like a lot of routes attacking
Okay.
underneath, right?
Okay.
Like we had Mike Evans running underneath. We don't usually have Mike Evans running underneath. We usually have Mike Evans running,
Gotcha.
15, 10 yards. So there's just like plays where it's like, because you got plays that attack a certain spot of the field.
Mhm.
So even though you have Mike Evans doing this and you have, Chris Godwin doing this, and
Mhm.
then you'll have one underneath route, right? That
Mhm.
that play is made to attack a certain spot of the field right here. So you
Mhm.
either cover this and leave this open, or you cover this and leave this open. Either way, you're attacking up the field, right?
Got
So it's not necessarily means we didn't have anything underneath. And that's what I mean by Baker, because
okay.
Baker alone could have said, even though we're calling these plays, I still have an outlet underneath that I can drop it to. But he wasn't looking for that, or he didn't have enough time to be like, no, okay, let me drop it underneath. So now in the Eagles game, we had plays where now we're attacking down here. So now we might have one guy going 15 yards, but now we got two guys down here. And if you cover this, then over here, this guy's going to be open underneath. And if you cover this, this guy's going to be open underneath over here. You get what I'm saying?
I got
So
you.
the difference is the play where the play is attacking. And the way Chris Godwin was saying was basically like we didn't have enough of those attacking underneath plays
Mm.
enough to put in the game plan, or they didn't put enough of them in the game plan. One of the two. But
Mm.
what the way Chris Godwin was saying was
The learning
now,
curve.
yeah, now we have that in our
Yeah.
pockets now. So now, if let's say we have a game plan where, oh yeah, we think we're gonna attack a field, and we find out, oh shit, they're doing the same thing. They're just playing down the field. Okay,
Yeah.
we got a couple of underneath plays now in our pockets that we can pull out and kill you underneath until it opens up. So that's why I say we shouldn't have that problem anymore. Doesn't mean we won't, but we shouldn't have that problem anymore where it's like, man, we were stuck all game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, again, we're getting better, and everybody's getting better. But where we're at, we're getting better and better. Like I'm telling you, I really think we're a tier above the Saints and the Falcons. And again, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I truly,
We gon' oh, I guess we're gonna
yeah, we'll
find out
find
later.
out.
We're gonna find we go
We'll
it's a
find
short
out.
week. So we're gonna find out. And I hope you're right. Because obviously I want my team to be
Right, of
at
course.
A tier.
But remember, even if we lose, that doesn't mean that we're not above them because we lost to the Broncos. We're definitely above the Broncos. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So again, and this is another thing people don't understand. It matters how you win and it matters how you lose. It
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
because you could win a game and be like, oh,
So
tough, gritty game, and be like, yeah, that was a really good game for us. And you
show.
could win a game and be like, oh, tough, gritty game, like the damn Saints and the Saints and the Falcons. They're trying to pass it off like, oh, we didn't. That was a gritty game and we pulled it off. That shows that we know how to win. No, that's no. Did you watch the game? They fumbled a punt return, gave you freaking a touchdown. It was so many things that the other team messed up and handed you the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it matters how you win a game and how you lose games. You could lose a game and be like, damn, I feel good about my team. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. I hope
So with
we don't lose, period.
so with the injuries that the Eagles had, how much do you take?
Away from the victory.
Yeah. Not to poo
Um,
poo it, but you know what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
Like,
no, no. I hear you because
'cause I
that
know injuries come with the game. I'm
those
not trying to make
yes.
no excuses, but
No, those are that's what a smart fan will do. You have to understand that, right? Because a dumb fan will be like, "We're the best," and be like, "Bro, they didn't have so and so. It would have been a completely different game." You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that, and that's good that you asked. I believe it wouldn't have made a big difference. I think we still would have won, probably by double digits.
I think
Still, it wouldn't have went like that, like three and
yeah,
out, three and out. It wouldn't have went like that, like that. But I think we still win because we have Jalen Hurts' number, and he's not looking good. Period. I don't care. He just has not looked good all season. He hasn't looked good. So I think we still win the game.
okay.
I think, a matter of fact, just look at the playoff game.
Yeah, and that's
You know
why
what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying because I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh well, you guys won that game because such and such, and we had some players, some key players out too. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
So
that's the other
we
part.
we haven't
Yes.
been healthy all season. You know what
Could
I'm
you
saying?
imagine when Kalijah gets back, bro? Like, people do not understand the havoc Kalijah can see when he gets healthy. Oh my God, him and Vita Vea, it is going to be a problem, bro. And Logan's coming on a little bit, bro. The middle, they don't understand. People
And
don't
Yaya
understand,
started to
bro.
wake up. I started seeing he started getting a
Oh,
lot of
that's
pressure yesterday.
that's another.
And Chris
That's
Broswell. Chris
yes,
Broswell's looking nice, bro.
yes. I'm telling you, I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be the opposite of Yaya. Yaya, I think Yaya is gonna have a big day. I think Yaya is gonna have a big day. And let me tell you why.
Thursday.
Yes, I don't know if it's by design or what, but a lot of people's noticed it, and
Well,
I've noticed
I
it.
don't want you to talk. I don't want you to talk too much about the game though, because I don't. I want to. Are you doing another a live before the Thursday game?
Probably not. I'll
Probably
probably
not.
get
Okay, all right.
home
Go ahead. I'm
and
listening.
just
Then. Go ahead.
so so. If a lot of people have noticed that Yaya is taking the inside a lot. Have you noticed that? Like when he pass
Mhm.
rushes, he's not really going around
Yeah.
outside. He's kind of
Yeah.
cutting in, and he's beating a lot of people like that. He's beating a lot of people like that, and uh, Kirk Cousins is not mobile.
Mhm.
He is not mobile, bro.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I think he's gonna have a big day. I think Yaya's gonna have a 2-sack game, maybe more, bro. I think he's gonna have a big game because he's been beating a lot of people with that inside move, just beating them inside. And I've been nervous about it because we've been playing Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels. Those are guys that'll,
Mobile.
yeah, they go right around that. And now there's a no containment, and they just run around. Kirk Cousins ain't going nowhere, bro. He ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere. I
Okay.
think Yaya
I
might
like
have a
that.
big day.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay attention to Yaya on that game for sure. But then what about Chris Broswell too? Well, he's
I
gonna get the
mean,
pressure from the sides because he's still growing.
yeah. I think we might be able to have another day like we did against the Eagles, like a whole bunch of sacks. I don't know if we will, but
Yeah.
it could definitely. It all depends on it all depends on Todd Bowles' game plan because
And to add to that too, though, bro,
mm,
I just thought about it. Vita, that was his first game back, was it?
yeah, yeah,
Oh my god! So just having him, bro, makes
yeah,
a big difference. We couldn't
yes.
get no sacks, but this soon as dude comes back, it's like you know what I'm saying. He sprinkled a little,
But
you know.
see, that's the difference because other teams will say that about a player, and because it's a name. You get what I'm saying? Like other people will be like, for instance, Yaya, Yaya's been gone, now he's back, right? Let's just say we said that about our player, right? Yes, Yaya is a starter and Yaya is probably our best edge rusher, but for the first couple of games, he hasn't really done nothing. And that's what a lot of people do with their teams. But when we do that with Vita, no, that's actually a big difference.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real difference. Like a lot of people do that. Oh my, we're missing this starter, we're missing that. Okay, they might have made a small change or
Yeah.
might have added something here or there. But no, when you say Vita Vea, no. That changes the game.
Wow.
Period. And then and what do you think it does when Levante David, he changes the game. And we
Mhm.
have another Levante David in the secondary named Antoine Winfield. What do you think that does when he
Mhm.
comes back? Changes the game even more. You get what I'm saying? So
I
we
forgot.
have,
That's crazy. I forgot he been.
yeah,
I forgot Antoine's been out, man. That's
that's
crazy.
my point, bro.
That's crazy.
We've been
Yeah,
doing
you're
what
right.
we've
We
been
we we
doing,
have
and we
talent. We
we
have
got
talent.
talent,
We
bro.
got talent. We got talent. I just want to
Yeah,
see it put together, man. But I'm starting to see
yeah,
it. Starting to see
yeah.
it. No,
And again, we're young. Might take a game or two to put it
I
all
love that though.
together. But
I love
yes,
that, man, because
exactly.
we have a lot of young players, but we have some veterans mixed in.
They're learning.
You know,
You're
linebackers, they
breaking
didn't
up.
have to do much. Yeah, you hear me?
You
Yeah,
breaking up.
it's all good.
You walking around or something?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, but go ahead, man.
No, you were saying that we got a lot of young players learning from the veterans,
Right. We have a mix, like it's a mix.
and that's That's the beauty of Todd Bowles, right? He has players. He gradually brings them along. It's like learn from this guy. Okay, you ain't ready yet. Now you're ready. You know. So again, coaching staff. That's another thing. There's not a lot of coaching staffs that are, people hate on Bowles. It's not a lot of coaching staffs that are outsmarting Bowles. Dan Campbell wasn't one of them.
Hmm.
You know. So it's like I said, man. I see it. I see it. I see where we can fall flat, and it's possible. But I I see a lot more positive. I see a lot more, and I have no reason to. Again, I'm done. I'm out the game. I made YouTube so I can pump up the Buck fans and get them hype and all that. That's why I made YouTube. I'm done with that game. I'm not here for that no more. I'm here just to be like, well, I just want to talk about what's going on, what I see. In the off season before the season started, I kept telling myself, I kept saying it to you guys, like I'm trying not to get myself hyped, but I just see too much. I see too much talent. I see too many possibilities that I'm actually really excited about the season. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about the season, and Baker and Liam calling the way they're calling and playing the way they're playing, we got a shot to be a problem, bro. We got a shot to be a problem.
And
And
we're gonna find out early too with this team. That's a
yeah,
good thing about our schedule. It's tough, but if we want to be one of those dudes, you know what I'm saying? We gotta
yeah.
beat the good team. And so
And it's not just us. The reason why I think we're a tier over the Falcons, but it's me watching the Falcons. It's me watching the Saints. I'm seeing the things that they're struggling with. Things that it's like, man, they're having trouble executing, right? They're having trouble doing what they do. Falcons are having trouble executing everything. So the only reasons why the Falcons beat the Eagles, because the Eagles messed up and the Eagles aren't a good team, you know. And then they did the situation with the Saints. The Saints gave them the damn game. They haven't showed me that they're actually the 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 Falcons haven't even showed me that they're an average team. Like they're a team that can compete. They haven't even showed me that. The damn Panthers with Andy Dalton has shown me more than the Falcons have shown me. Period. The Falcons haven't shown me anything that they can compete in the NFL. Do they have a good defense? I like their secondary. They have a good secondary. Besides that, they haven't offensively. They haven't shown me anything. And I know what Kirk Cousins can do, but he's a statue, and he's not using Kyle Pitts like that. He's not using. I haven't seen him use Drake London like that. He's using the Monet or Money guy, whatever his name is, more than anything. I'm not scared of that. Like they haven't shown me anything. They can run the ball a little bit, but Top Bowl's defense. I'm not scared of no running the ball. So they're gonna have to show me. Just
I'll
is
give
what
you
it
that,
is.
man. I'll give you that, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We just gotta figure out what we gonna do with this fan base, man. I'm gonna talk to Buckles. I'm gonna go on this
Yeah,
page.
you yeah, you let them know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be around. I'm gonna be lurking. I'll be lurking. Like I said,
yeah,
I just subscribed back to him, so I'll be lurking. I'll be around. I wanna see some. Hey, let's get some film breakdown with him and see what he
yeah.
says.
That would be
Man.
super dope, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys can argue y'all point. You know what I'm saying, in a respectful way. It'll be good for the viewers, for
Yep.
us. You know what I'm saying? We get to see two great football minds kind of like go at it. You know, on a
I would love
respectful.
it. I'll
Yeah,
help you
man.
out with it, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, you gotta shoot, man. The Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta.
Man, I listen. The whole YouTube streaming
I know we
thing.
ain't trying to talk about.
Trying to get away from it, bro. I'm trying not to get pulled back into this YouTube world, bro. It took too much of my life already. I'm
You been
trying
working
to,
out, man. You look
yeah,
like you dropping some weight, man. I see you, dog.
yeah. I'm down to 223, so it's
Oh,
going slowly
nice.
because I'm trying to build muscle. So I'm like not
Yeah,
trying to just lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight and build muscle. So I'm like
build
I was
muscle.
like
Yeah,
what 230, 232. So I've lost about 10 pounds. So
yeah. Me too. I was about like 240, and I went on the fruit fast, and that changed
mm,
my life, dog. I went on the fruit fast,
nice.
and I kind of went fruitarian for like a good month, and then I started
Oh,
incorporating like veggie. But that shit works, bro. You lose weight
yeah,
fast, you talk your body, you resetting your whole entire body. I think I'm breaking
yeah,
up. But yeah, man. All
yeah.
right, man. RTP,
I
I'm gonna
heard
get
you.
at you, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Breaking up.
All right, well, that's it for today. I think came on here and got some stuff off my chest, and yeah, man, got to actually talk some Bucks football, a little bit of Falcon football. Got to put what I think out there. Appreciate everybody for being here, coming on through. I wish a lot more of you guys would jump in here. Again, I would like to, do what Buckles does, bro. Just come on here and let you guys come in here and just everybody. I don't even have to talk. Just everybody else chop it up. You know what I'm saying? So I know I've been saying that forever, but when y'all start finally jumping in here, man, we can start getting it going. Or maybe one day Buckles lets me go on his thing and chop it up on there, and then we won't need this channel. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's your man RTP here on the Pewter and Red podcast. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go to sleep. Y'all be safe. Deuce.